Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out some more Star Trek Deep Space Nine with two more hopefully fantastic episodes for you today, starting off with Season 2, Episode 5, Cardassians, which is a pretty cool name. I'm hoping for some really cool stuff in that episode, and then we are heading into Episode 6 of Season 2, Melora. After the epic three-parter that opened the season and the really good invasive procedures, I think we're getting back into the singular episode stories, kind of like Season 1, but I'm hoping for some really good stories. That's not to say that I dislike these types of episodic stories at all. I really enjoyed Season 1, and I'm really excited to see what new stories Season 2 brings for us today with our cast of characters. And before we get into this reaction, let me do the lighting. So let me turn the light. We said what color? It should be boop. Nice, nice, nice. As you can see, there is no lighting today because my light bulb is still not working, and I'm very annoyed with it actually right now, so I need to figure this out. But there is no lighting today, unfortunately. I hope it's not too dark on this side of my face. I tried to move my ring light a lot closer to me so I can I'm lighting up my face better, but this light is not working and I'm annoyed. Everyone, you just sue light bulbs. Everyone needs to sue light bulbs. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon of uncut and early access reactions to my Star Trek Deep Space Nine videos that come out up to 3 weeks early, which means I am halfway done Season 2 on Patreon right now if you are watching this on YouTube. Thank you so much for checking it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, let's dive into Season 2, Episode 5. I hope you enjoy my reaction to Cardassians. Hello, Cardassian. Is that Garrick?
Tarkalian tea again, Doctor?
Yes.
These two are in love.
Plague me.
You know, I've always wondered about that, about who your steady customers really are.
Yeah, I want to know too.
Trust is very important.
And once they trust you, they're much more open with you.
Yeah, they are.
Tell you things.
Yeah, they do.
What else can I say to finally convince you that I'm just
Plain, simple Garrett.
Ah, he's not played Simple Garrick though. What, other Cardassians? Interesting. He looks like a very young Cardassian. A young Gassian.
I hope I'm not intruding, but I couldn't help noticing.
Wait, it's a Cardassian and a Bajoran. What the heck, man? We got a biter. We got a biter on the promenade. I kind of hope this is a Garrick episode, guys. I kind of hope that we actually get to see Garrick a lot, because people have been hyping him up so much. He's only been in one episode so far, at the very start of Season 1, so I hope that he pulls through. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Let's go. Cardassians, Episode 5 of Season 2. I'm ready.
Bitten on the hand.
Another unsatisfied customer?
He always cuts the pants too long.
O'Brien has issues.
Boy was probably one of the orphans left behind when the Cardassians pulled out. We had no choice but to take care of it.
That could make sense.
You have an incoming
But you
subspace
can raise
transmission
them with a
from
different
Cardassian.
viewpoint of the world.
Has been assaulted.
I'm surprised how quickly the news reached you, Ducat. I only heard
Instantly.
It's a disgrace. And obviously these children are being raised to hate their own kind.
That makes sense.
you're assuming a lot from one incident.
But I think there's more to this.
Did you come to adopt him?
My wife and I felt that Rugal shouldn't suffer for crimes committed by others.
But why would he
That's actually really nice of them.
are raising these orphans to hate their own people?
To hate Cardassians? It shouldn't be too hard, should it?
Especially if you're surrounded by people who hate Cardassians.
He isn't even one of them anymore.
Wow.
He isn't Cardassian. He's Bajoran.
He's Bajorassian. He's a mix. Quick's like, sir, stop winning.
Never seen a boy take a bite out of a man's hand like that.
He's a strange boy, Rugal.
Do you know the fact?
He's strange.
I just want to get my facts right for the medical report.
I'd really rather you ask someone else.
Why?
I've visited them on Bajor several times.
Did you find anything troubling?
It must be torture for that boy living like that.
What?
Told day after day he's worthless Cardassian scum.
There's no way they actually say that to him.
Their revenge against all Cardassians.
Wait, so the parent, the dad, was like, oh, we love him as if he's our own child. But this guy's saying that they basically abused the child.
What if I refuse?
Then I'll have to call security and have them remove him from your quarters.
Look at the way Cisco just stares him down until he forfeits.
I'm sure all of this will be straightened out in a day or two. If you want to...
Look, he even wears a Bajoran earpiece thing. I actually really wonder how this episode is going to resolve.
Apparently, he was quite concerned with your well-being. You never mentioned you were friends.
We're not friends, huh?
He wants to bring them all home from Bejor.
Does he?
No, he doesn't, does he?
Would it not be our attention to detail?
Yeah, that is actually so true.
They simply slipped from our minds?
No.
Was in charge of the Cardassian withdrawal from Bejor.
I don't know how to thank you.
Don't thank.
What is the plan? What is their play here?
We'll run it through our databanks immediately.
We'll send it right away.
Excuse me,
No, you don't want that.
responsibility to ensure that these orphans were in fact part of that evacuation, yet you chose to leave them behind.
Why?
But if I understand the Cardassian political system correctly, the civilian leaders have no direct or...
Dude, Bashir is on this.
Ever since. Thank you for your concern, Doctor. Good day, Commander.
I don't know, something isn't up. You could see Golden Cat was a little flustered there.
So, you deduced that Garrick thinks Dukat is lying about something you're not sure of.
Exactly.
Conversation to confront him about whatever that might be.
Exactly.
Have him in my office at 2100 hours.
Yes, sir.
Bashir's done something good. Kira's like, way to go, Bashir. This is like a Bashir Garrick episode. I love it.
I was with them all afternoon. He's not like that. He's really very gentle.
Aww.
Was bred out of these Cardassians a long time ago.
O'Brien has the stigma, and Keiko, you know, being the teacher, she's open to things.
I hope you like it.
Oh, is he praying?
Keiko. Darling, what is it?
Yeah, what is that?
It's a stew made with Cardassian zabu meat.
Probably won't even like it. Hey, you know what? It's a nice color, but the texture, it looks like melted Play-Doh. So he's denying every bit about being a Cardassian. He probably hates himself, don't you think? Like he looks at himself in the mirror and he wishes he didn't look like that?
Oh, he'll understand that. You're a Cardassian. They should have taken you home when they left.
No, he doesn't want to go there.
It must be tough for you, living on Bejor.
Why?
Being Cardassian.
That's not my fault.
Everyone always points this out.
You're serious?
Who taught you?
It's the truth. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, O'Brien, you yourself just said it earlier in the episode.
Even I got my bottom whacked by my dad once or twice.
Not me. My parents follow the teachings of the prophets.
Okay.
You can't judge a whole race of people.
You just did.
You can't hate all Cardassians.
You just did.
And I've met some I did. Like you.
But I think this is an evolving moment for O'Brien.
The Bajorans, the Cardassians murdered during the occupation? Over 10 million.
Wow.
Come, Doctor.
Why? Garrick, why, man?
Going where?
To Bejor.
Oh, interesting.
I assume.
And I like Sisko's night outfit. Kind of looks like a prophet.
Go ahead.
Commander, there's an urgent communication for you from Gul Dukat.
Coincidence?
When was Padar on Bejor?
Over 8 years ago. He was exarch for a Cardassian settlement there.
I don't know, man.
With the same brutal people?
I can't find any evidence to support that accusation.
Yeah, me neither.
Be in the boy's best interests.
We'll just have to see what happens when Padar gets here.
I think the boy's old enough to make a choice. Bajor is so beautiful. Oh my god. I wish I was Bajoran.
Many worlds, including this one, how to keep records. I find it difficult to believe that none exist from that period. Certain.
Yeah, that's so fair.
I was in the underground.
Really? Perhaps we have met.
Garrick is so two-faced.
You can fix computers?
Oh, I dabble with isolinear data subprocessors. It's a hobby of mine.
Yeah, me too, Garrick. Me too.
It's not there.
What's not there?
Rugel's name, his father's name, none of it.
You managed to...
Why is he gone?
Won't be necessary. We can access the files to this entire province from here and download them.
Wait, that's so epic. Oh, another Cardassian child. There's a bunch.
Have you come to take us back to Cardassia?
I'm afraid not, child.
Oh. Why is this episode so heavy and sad at times? What the heck? This is a great episode.
I don't make the rules.
But you do play the game, don't you, Garrick?
Yeah, he does.
The trouble is, I don't have the slightest idea what this game is all about.
Me neither.
One of Cardassia's most notable civilian leaders has recently entered this scenario.
Oh, that's interesting.
I believe in coincidences. Coincidences happen every day, but I don't trust coincidences.
Ah, good, Garrick. Oh my god, he's so cool, guys.
I am Kotan Padar.
Coat on or coat off? Oh god, that was bad.
He probably doesn't even remember me. Does he?
No, I don't think so.
He may not want you back in his life.
I am his father.
Yeah, okay, but he kind of has another dad.
For our parents and children with equal devotion. In some households, 4 generations eat at the same table.
It's pretty epic.
I have disgraced everything that a Cardassian believes in.
Wow. Wow, this is a passionate speech. What's up, son?
Do you remember my face?
Wait, this guy's genuinely happy.
No.
Probably hurts a little bit. Wait, this guy's actually trying to make an effort to be a dad, though. I kind of appreciate it.
After the attack, your mother was dead.
Aww.
It was too close to the happy memories of you.
Oh my days.
They killed your son for your crimes.
Rugal.
You are not my father.
Oh. Wow. Wow, this is an intense episode, guys. I actually kind of feel bad for the dad Cardassian because he was genuinely happy to see him.
No, Commander. You are a father, too. You would be acceptable to me.
Oh, sick.
Very well, then.
I like this Cardassian guy.
I thought you might be interested to know Gul Dukat has just arrived on the station.
What?
I like to think I'm here representing the children. All of the children who are...
Okay, Golden Cat.
That you were political adversaries. Isn't that so, Padar?
We have disagreed in the past.
Just a little bit.
He would never have left a file to be found.
Do you really think he purged the file on Rugal?
I would have.
Yeah, maybe.
Her.
Her? How'd you know?
Because I've already found her name.
Oh my god.
Son.
Why is Garrick just an absolute beast?
Somebody told you his name.
Yes, that was the most unusual thing about his arrival.
His name's not Rugal.
Rugal was brought in by a Cardassian.
Wait. By Golden Cat?
As a matter of fact, she was.
She.
Is there anything else, Doctor?
Look at Garrick's smile. Oh my god. Just a quick interlude to say, guys, as you may have seen, there's like this random jump cut and now my bed has nothing on it. Some guy just knocked on my door and took my mattress because I guess they're changing mattresses in the dorms, so there's no mattress here anymore. Jump cut, I had to wait like 25 minutes. But we are back watching Star Trek. Let's get back into this episode, the final 5-6 minutes of this episode.
Become public knowledge on Cardassia?
The government has not chosen to reveal it to the people yet.
Okay, that's good.
It will be the end of my political career.
Ah, that's exactly what Golden Cat wants.
Have you ever been to the Tozat Resettlement Center on Bajor where Rugal was adopted?
Never.
No.
But they're missing from the files.
How unfortunate.
But we have found someone who was working at the center at the...
Oh, Bashir, let's go, buddy.
...education center with the full knowledge that he was not an orphan. Perhaps even with the hopes of humiliating Padar someday.
Oh my god. Look at Garrick in the background, his little sly, stupid, awesome smile.
Who was the commanding officer at Terok Nor 8 years ago?
I was.
The commanding officer of Terok Nor 8 years ago was Gul Dukat.
Is to help other Cardassian orphans on Bajor.
No. Yes.
He's like, I don't know, man. Oh man, what? I can't believe he's actually going to Bajor.
More question I haven't figured out, Garrick. Why did you want to expose...
He's not going to Bajor, sorry. He's leaving Bajor. My bad.
Just notice the details. They're scattered like crumbs all over this table we regularly share. Until next time.
Until next time. I need more Garrick in my life. That episode was so good. I enjoyed that episode so much. And that was my reaction to Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Episode 5 of Season 2, Cardassians, and that episode was really good. That was actually a really, really good episode, a top-tier episodic episode, and one that was about Cardassians, which was awesome, one that was about Garrick, which was awesome, one that was about Bashir, that was awesome, and one that was about Rugal, which was awesome, who was awesome. And yeah, this whole episode was just super interesting. It was cool to see the Bajoran Cardassian relationship and how the Bajoran parents raised this Cardassian child, and I thought that whole situation was a really interesting concept that this episode explored, and how this child was raised to hate his own people. And it made me think, like, if he looked at himself in the mirror, he probably hated the sight of himself, which he kind of implied when he said that he wishes he wasn't born a Cardassian because Cardassians are all evil and stuff like that. Very interesting thing to think about. How do you live with yourself if you hate yourself? Like, how do you live in the skin of a people that you hate? You know what I mean? Very interesting concept, and also interesting to know that the Bajoran family did not like abuse the child, which thank God they didn't, but it's still, I guess, in a way could be seen as some mental abuse. Even if the family loved their child, even if the family loved their child, it still could be seen in a way as some like mental torture, because the Bajoran family, they hate Cardassians, and so every time they hate the Cardassians, it's almost like they're inflicting a little bit of side damage, of unconscious damage on their adopted child, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense? And so it would be a really tough life. And you know what? It was like a bittersweet ending for this guy, because he has to go back to Cardassia with his dad, and you know, it is his dad, which is awesome. And the dad Cardassian, he seemed really excited to see his child. And you know what? I actually really liked him, because he did seem so genuinely excited and genuinely happy. You could see like these like watery tears starting to form up in his eyes, like he was actually apologizing for leaving his son behind. I thought he was just playing a game, but no, the dad actually did care. The Cardassian dad actually did care, which was really cool to see. But again, the son, I think his name was Rogun or something like that, he didn't want to go back to Cardassia, but he had to, you know what I mean? And kind of a bittersweet ending. I kind of would like to see where he ends up in like 2 seasons or 3 seasons, what his character is like, because he's going back to a world that he despises, to a people that he despises, that he's grown up thinking that are monsters, and now he has to live amongst them, learn their ways and stuff like that. It would be very interesting to see his character and how he's progressed in like 1 or 2 seasons or 1 or 2 years from now. Besides that as well, Garrick and Bashir, absolute top quality duo. Like, I want to just see them in every episode together, because the way that they interact, the way that Garrick smiles when Bashir is figuring things out, because Bashir is like 5 million years slower than Garrick when it comes to mental math. It's just so fun, and it's kind of like cute at the same time. You just like see Bashir in the foreground, in the background you see Garrick just going, it's almost like Bashir is his son and he's like a proud father. I thought that was really awesome. But just their chemistry together, the way that they work together, I think it's so good, because Bashir is a very like Shakespearean kind of man, if you know what I mean, and Garrick is kind of the same thing. He's like a very puzzling guy, he speaks in riddles and stuff like that. So having this very dramatic guy mixed with this very puzzling, mysterious guy, and having them both work together, it's this really good dynamic of characters and personalities, and it's so much fun to watch. And I hope Garrick returns soon, because I missed him all of season 1, because he was only in 1 episode and I thought he was great in that 1 episode he was in, and then he just wasn't in season 1 again. So I'm excited to see him return more, hopefully more at least, in season 2, and I want to see more Garrick and Bashir sitting at a table and just talking, because it's some top tier stuff. So anyways, let us dive into the next episode now of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which will be episode 6, season 2 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Melora. Hope you enjoy.
I haven't seen one of these in 300 years. I'm surprised it was even on file in the
Bashir on a wheelchair.
Ensign Pazla sent me the specifications.
He's Professor X.
Just think what she's gone through to get here, Jadzia. What it must be like to adjust to our gravity after growing up on a planet.
It's Morn. It's Frank. It's Frank Morn.
The same way. Once her basic needs are met, she refuses any special assistance. She's extraordinary.
Bashir's in love.
That'll be something to see when we switch off the gravity and she flies around the room.
I am excited to see this.
I see you have my trolley car ready to go.
As requested.
Can I help? I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, Melora. I quite like her already. Straight to the point. I also like her outfit. It's kind of cool.
I'm sure he thought what every officer I've ever served with has thought. That I need extra help to get the job done. Please.
But she doesn't.
If you'd care to try it out.
Thank you, I will. It was a pleasure meeting both of you.
Dude, what the heck? She just dismisses everyone. But I also like her a lot. I want to see her fly around in 0 Gs. Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Ultras only created 80 of them. Each a work of art.
I have 79 of the 80.
Your Honor is accompanied by 199 bars of gold-pressed latinum.
Where does Quark even keep all this money? Is there a bank? Shall we celebrate closing the deal? You guys are supposed to elbow with me.
Valid cut.
Who's this guy?
Extra weight on where I've been.
Just passing through.
How do you even eat with a nose like that?
I've come to kill you, Quark.
Oh, what? Why? No.
The truth is, there is no Melora problem. Until people create one.
Yeah, I can see why she would think this. Because people probably do it. It's not even just like her thinking it.
No one can understand until they sit in the chair.
That's fair. That's so fair.
I've been in one chair or another
She's probably
since I
been
left my
doubted all her life.
normal gravity. Only a handful of Elatians have ever left home. But I always knew that
So interesting that she needs different gravity.
at my own pace without being a bother to anyone else.
Lieutenant Dax will be going.
Yeah, but this is your first mission.
Then tomorrow at 0730.
Melora and Dax are going to become best friends.
For me, it's like slipping into a hot tub at the end of a long day.
That's a good description.
I'm a shower man myself. Look at this. Is this your husband?
They're just flying.
I'm sure you never set out to attack anyone personally, but you do seem to attack a lot.
Yeah, she is always on the attack.
Charm, it's hard to tell.
I really...
Julian's smoothness is working here.
Well, that is the nicest thing you've said to me, or anybody else. Are you hungry? I came here thinking about asking you to dinner.
Okay.
Then afterwards we'll go dancing, I suppose.
Red alert.
Sorry.
See, he's kind of helping her a little bit. Not showing her that not everything is an attack on her being.
All right.
Dude, Bashir, man. Bashir has got the moves, I have to say. And there's Morn in the background. Why does this guy want to kill Quark, though? That's what I want to know. Oh my god, the disrespect.
I took the liberty of lining up a couple of excellent tutors I know.
He's really trying to pamper him.
Allow me to propose a toast to old friends.
Old debts.
Old debts.
Shall I order for us both?
All right.
Let's see now. We'll have some racht.
There's a Klingon restaurant?
And a...
Ew.
Clean craft.
That looks so disgusting.
De tel clapperboul.
Pork de vol!
De car del godena.
She can speak Klingon, that's kind of sick.
Dinner. There's nothing worse than half dead racht.
So she is gonna eat it. Ew. Don't eat that, please. Don't eat that, please. Oh my god.
When I was 10.
No, man. I couldn't eat Star Trek food, I'm sorry.
My father went for help, but it was too late. I sat there and watched her die.
Oh, what?
Treated her with a simple herb that was growing all around. I could have saved her life.
That is why you became a doctor.
Actually, first I started to study tennis.
You must be very good.
Well, I used to think so.
Is tennis just a universal sport in every culture?
I have an early...
No, don't leave now. I think Bashir is one of the first people to ever talk to her like she's just a normal person.
Dexter Pezlar.
Does she go by herself?
Locate Ensign Melora Paslar. Docking level 22.
Bro, Melora, man.
Decided I could use an extra astrometric array after going through the mission profile.
Oh, I thought she was taking a runabout. Okay, never mind. I am no longer mad.
Would deliberately design a raised rim at the entrance to every door.
Cardassians, man.
Flopping back and forth like a broken toy. I didn't want anyone to find me like that, but I couldn't get up on myself.
Embarrassing, I guess. You'd feel super embarrassed.
I didn't need Dax. If I just paid attention.
Melora.
You can ask for help, you know, as well.
In space, we all depend on one another to some degree.
I understand her desire for independence.
Not me.
You've proven that.
But you also do need to depend on people as well.
Of what?
That you can depend on us.
Dude, Bashir is so good. 2 Bashir episodes in a row, guys. Bashir is legendary.
Would you like to come in?
Oh no, I know how.
Bashir, Star Trek getting saucy again. Whoa. Whoa, we got wire work going on, guys. Oh, this is so cool.
Usually I prefer to keep everyone out.
Well, thank you for letting me in.
Look at him sink back down.
He's
Dude.
my brother.
Who?
The guy in the picture, so not a boyfriend. She's about to let you in more than one place. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry for the bad joke. Oh, Bashir, let's go. Finally, your smoothness pays off. That was saucy. Let me tell you, that was saucy.
It's pretty.
Wait, this is so nice. I want to listen to this.
You think there's room for romance in Starfleet?
Of course.
Our species are just so different.
Since when has that ever stopped anyone?
Yeah, exactly.
40 minutes a day without their breathing apparatus. That's all. 57 years they were together.
That's so cute.
Even though they knew they were being assigned to different starships.
Subspace relationships.
Long distance relationship.
What kind of future is that for a romance?
Look at the alternative.
I guess.
That's a nice scene. That was such a nice scene. I have like little chills.
Don't be so happy to see me.
All right, I won't.
Oh, I miss these two talking to each other.
Good should have been enough to get you your own cell at that Romulan camp. Unless, of course, you sold out your partner.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
He threatened to kill me.
Odo wants that to happen.
Nothing. Just a passing thought.
Dude, Odo is top tier, man.
Years ago. But with the development of neo-analeptic transmitters, it's not even that complicated.
Wow.
I've gone back to re-examine the ideas of Nathaniel Terros until now.
Why is Bashir such a genius? I would like you to kill Quark, please.
Not that I'm aware of. We have something in common.
We both hate Quark.
And I always say, you can tell a man's intentions by the way he walks.
Interesting.
But you can't lock a man up for the way he walks, can you?
Unless it's a really funny walk, then you can. It's actually illegal to have a funny walk.
I'll watch him the best I can. But I suggest you carry a comm badge with you at all times.
Okay, Odo.
Pieces of yourself after you die, don't you?
Yes.
I'll buy one.
Odo is so good. I want an episode that is just Odo and Quark bickering the entire time.
It's good that you've already been using your muscles in this gravity environment. It'll make it easier to adapt.
Okay, let's see if it works.
Choline absorption is precisely at 14% above normal. Increased 10 times.
Oh.
Your neural pathways are beginning to adapt.
This is so cool.
Well, I'd be damned.
I wanted to...
No walking stick.
Yeah, I know.
Julian, I don't know how to tell you this. I'm not sure I can make it.
Oh.
Thank you.
Nothing to be concerned about. Look, I better get you back to your quarters. I want you to get a good night's rest.
So it's only temporary?
You let me fly for the first time. I let you walk. We're even.
Oh, the kiss again? I think Bashir would actually be a really good boyfriend. He'd be so cheesy, but he'd be a good boyfriend. Oh God.
I wasn't prepared to entertain this evening, but...
Odo's gonna be in here somewhere, right?
199 bars of gold press platinum sound to you.
That sounds really nice, actually. Can I have some?
You'll adjust to that after a few more treatments. This time, the effects should last for several hours.
Maybe she doesn't want the treatments, because it's not her.
Tell me exactly what you're feeling.
Last night, I didn't feel like me.
Yeah, there we go.
Could ultimately lead to a loss of fine motor control. Your ability to perform complex tasks could be affected.
Interesting. So you have to kind of choose one or the other.
This would mean real independence. It's everything I ever wished for.
But can you go back home like this?
But then I start to think about home and how I won't ever be able to go back.
Yeah, exactly.
The Little Mermaid.
Mermaid?
It is the Little Mermaid. It is. What the heck?
Partner, valid caught.
This guy looks like a shriveled plum.
Then our transaction is complete.
Not quite.
What? What are you doing?
16. God! You got what you came for. Now let's release.
No!
Pick it up. Pick it up. Move. Hurry up.
I thought you were saying pick it up to the bag that Quark already had in his hand.
Besides, he can still publish the results from your first treatments.
Oh my god, I love that these two stories are combining.
Shut him, man. Do as he says. I'll just wait in the back.
In the front, where I can see you. There.
Quark trying to wait in the back.
No reply.
Engage the tractor beam.
Yeah, bring him back home.
No. I have something special in mind for you.
Oh god, who are you gonna kill then? No, 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 no. Are you serious? Us? I didn't want my SIRI to go off.
Ship. Now.
Is she actually dead? Here comes Cisco.
Another ship coming through the wormhole.
Oh, she's still alive, just a little bit. Oh, but her suit isn't working.
Fine. Then I hope you can fly this ship.
Oh my god, Dax.
That's true, Fallon. You don't know these Starfleet types.
Then we'll all die.
Okay.
And I just die with everyone else. Am I missing a choice here, Fallon?
Be quiet, Quark.
Quark is epic. Oh my god, she's Superwoman.
I think we have the situation in hand, Commander.
Okay, Quark, looking all cool with that gun. I thought she was
the
dead.
phaser kill
I
me?
thought she was dead.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was your machine saved you.
I'm not going ahead with the treatments.
There we go. I knew she wasn't going to.
Well, I might be more independent, but I wouldn't be elation anymore. I'm not sure what I'd be.
She'd be losing herself.
And I'm glad you got me to unlock the doors to my quarters so I could finally let someone into my life.
Oh, chills. Who is this Klingon man? Come on, he's so awesome.
If you don't want to stay.
No, let's just sit a while and listen.
I want to listen to this guy.
I want to remember all of this.
This is so cute. Oh, come on. That was a good episode 2. Oh, man, that was a good episode. 2 flipping good Bashir episodes in a row. And that was my reaction to episode 6 of season 2 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Melora. And honestly, another really good episode so far. Season 2 has not had a single okay episode in my opinion. They've all been good, and Melora was no exception. Again, another Bashir episode. Bashir is my life. He is so much fun. I love that character, and the fact that Cardassians, which was sort of mostly a Bashir episode, and then Melora, which was a Bashir episode, so good. I love that he is being featured a lot more, at least at the start of season 2, because he felt a little underwhelming at times in season 1, like they didn't really know what to do with him besides being the medical guy, but I still loved him. But he's actually getting like good screen time. He's getting more screen time than like Cisco and stuff in this season so far. I love Bashir so much, but the chemistry between Melora and Bashir, really awesome. Melora, by the way, great character, just awesome character. And she was very interesting, you know, because she lived in like a 0G environment or a very low gravity environment, and so she's used to like flying around everywhere. And so the normal gravity, actually interesting, they've never really explained gravity or, you know, oxygen atmosphere levels on planets and stuff like that before. You know, people just land on planets and it's like the exact same gravity as Earth with the same oxygen as Earth, you know what I mean? But cool that we have a species from a different planet with different gravity who is evolved to use that different gravity. And so going into like the regular gravity, they need like a special suit and like that wheelchair and stuff like that. I just thought it was a really interesting choice for like his species of alien, and I thought that it was a really cool concept as well, because it's a good way to tell this story of dependence and independence and stuff like that. Because Melora as a character, she was super interesting, you know. She's probably been told all her life that she needs help. She's probably looked at like a stray puppy or like a poor puppy, if you know what I mean. Like people, you know, love her and care for her and stuff like that, but they kind of treat her differently than everyone else. Even if they don't mean to treat her differently than everyone else, they kind of give her a little bit more help than she probably needs, or they give her help because they think that she needs the help. And so she kind of pushes people away, and she's very aggressive with people now. As Bashir said at the start of the episode, she attacks people all the time because she thinks that every single thing that people do is because she is a little bit disabled, I guess, compared to everyone else, when in fact that is not the case. Like a lot of the times, like when Cisco was doing things, for example, it wasn't because she was disabled, it was just because it was her first mission into the Gamma Quadrant, and so she needed Lieutenant Dak to be with her. It wasn't because Cisco didn't think that she could do it, but she perceived it as that, and it makes sense why she would perceive it as that. You know, she's been treated this way all her life. Why would it be any different at any time? But I really liked this episode on how Bashir was so kind to her and really helped her open up. You know, she was able to invite him into that 0G situation. They had that kiss. Really good like storytelling through her character, and that depending on someone isn't a bad thing. Like it's good to have your independence and stuff like that. And at the end they didn't even say like, oh, independence is bad and stuff like that. They said independence is good to have, but it's also good to depend on someone, you know what I mean? It's nice to have someone that you can depend on, that you can trust, and Bashir became that person to her, and I really enjoyed that. The romance in this episode I thought was so well done. Will Melora be in any other episodes? I hope she is. I don't think she will be, but because she's like, I want to remember this like in great detail and stuff like that. She was like holding his hand. Oh, it was just so nice. Like I want to see them together because I thought their chemistry was so good. I actually believed that this was a romance that was meant to happen, you know what I mean? And Bashir being the cheesy, smooth talking guy that he is, it finally worked for once. He finally got a girl, he finally got a woman to fall for him. And I don't know, it was just, it wasn't even through his cheesiness that it managed to happen though. Like it didn't really feel like he was trying. Like, you know how sometimes when he's talking to Dax, he's like really trying, he's saying like the cheesiest Shakespearean stuff you'll ever hear in your entire life. In this episode, he was just genuinely being a kind human being, and that was enough. So I don't know, really good romance stuff. And then obviously on the flip side, we had Quark and some random guy trying to kill Quark, which was really funny because Quark like ratted him out 8 years ago, which is a very Quark thing to do, and now he's back from the Romulan prison camp or whatever, and he's here to kill Quark. That was an interesting storyline as well. I was definitely more engaged in the Melora storyline than in that storyline, but it was fun to see Quark fear for his life a lot of the time. It was fun to see Quark and Odo interact again. They had some really good interactions, like, oh, don't be too happy to see me. Well, then I won't be. I just thought like some really good lines there. Any lines and dialogue between Quark and Odo are always top tier, are always the best. And yeah, the climax of this movie, I thought Melora, of this episode, I thought Melora was going to die, which is really interesting, but she didn't die for some reason. I think it was either because of the stuff Bashir was doing to her or the suit that she was wearing, or a combination of the both. I'm glad she didn't die, but I really thought she was. And yeah, there's some 0G stuff. There's Star Trek has a budget. We had wire work in this episode, which is really fun to watch. And yeah, overall, really good episode. And the episode that I watched before, Cardassians, really good episode. And I am really loving Deep Space Nine Season 2 so far. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. Remember, on Patreon, you can watch up to 3 weeks ahead, which means I am on episode 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I just finished episode 12 of season 2 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine on Patreon. There's also exclusive Star Trek merch that you can get on my Patreon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next 2 episodes, which is episode 7, Rules of Acquisition, which is a really interesting name episode. I'm excited for that. And then we're getting into episode 8, Necessary Evil. See you then.